Hello everyone, this is Wrestler Carlin, and this is my presentation for Mobile Gaming Library. And the library I chose was Coco 2D X, Coco's 2D X, which is just the cross-platform version of Coco's 2D, which was originally just for the iOS devices. With this one, that kind of goes to all of them, not just Android either. It goes to Windows phones and HTML5 and I believe a few other things, so it definitely is expanded. Alright, what exactly is Coco's 2DX? It's a library to develop games on iOS or Android, and like I said, a couple of other choices. It develops as for developing 2D games, which is what the name says here. It also gives you easy tools to be able to develop games, and also a simple system to understand. Basically, you have scenes, layers, and sprites. The scene is the overall main picture there, your main screen. Layers are groupings of similar objects, or something you want to be, have its own little group, a section. And then the sprites are, of course, the single objects, each little image on the screen. The players, the items, stuff like that. The main purpose of Coco's 2D is that it reduces the amount of code and the time it takes pretty immensely. They show demos on there of doing something simple like making a box move up and down, or having some text spin, and to do that normal code is kind of a pain. I mean, it takes a lot of code, and with Coco's 2D, it's like a couple of lines and you can accomplish that, so it definitely helps a lot. Alright, and for the games on iOS, there are multiple games that they have that kind of goes cross-platform. One's Farmville, and pretty much all of the Zynga games use Coco's 2DX to kind of port to all their devices. For Farmville, your farm, the main farm screen with everything in there is going to be your main scene. The fields could be a layer, just have each field as your just individual layers. And then the plants and the farmers, those are all sprites. So this kind of gives you an idea of how the Coco's 2D works, and example through the game. For Android, it was going to look over Castle Clash, so a relatively new game. And for this one, your kingdom area, your castle, everything all combined, the area around, the trees and everything, that is the scene, the whole background there. The buildings are more than likely all in one layer, so that it just kind of, your buildings layer, so you add any kind of buildings to that, so you keep everything nice and grouped together. And then, of course, your enemies and units are sprites. Each individual one is its own sprite. And yeah, so that's kind of an overview of that one. Alright. And I didn't actually get to install what I wanted to. I didn't get to install... open the wrong one. I do have Coco's 2D on here from before. I had it already installed. I upgraded to the new Xcode with the iOS 7, and it just kind of wrecked everything. I actually can't even get this to run. This demo, it basically just has a hello world text in here. I couldn't even get that to run because of the updates, so I didn't actually get everything installed. But as you can see, I do have Coco's 2D, which is pretty much the exact same thing. You can port Coco's 2D to Android. Like I said, this is just for iOS. You can port these through Coco's 2DX into Android. So unfortunately, I did not get it all installed. So alright, that is all for this week, and I will see you next month. Thanks for watching.